bike will not start. Alright. Yeah. You know what I need to do? I need to buy a drone and fly it over the air. I just literally almost slipped on a fucking banana peel. Like real life Mario Kart bullshit. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to talk about today. No. 5 things to expect after a year of riding. The first thing you can expect, pissed off drivers. Okay, say you're aggressive or not aggressive. Either way, you're gonna do something to piss somebody off. It's like almost a guarantee. Whether it's lane splitting, whether it's speeding around a car or something, people are gonna get pissed off at you. I don't know who that was, but they waved. Say you're in a traffic jam, just like in some of my other videos, decide to go around cars, either that or you split lanes, it's almost a guarantee that people are gonna get pissed off at you. See, I've had a lot of people cut me off, they've tried to cut me off. Lane splitting here in Arkansas is more like the gray area where it's not considered legal or illegal. I guess it just kind of depends on the situation, but depending on the situation, if there's a cop by you or that sees you, they could potentially give you a ticket. That's the first thing. Okay, number 2, you're gonna expect to make a lot of friends. Say if you're just cruising around like I am, you see another biker around, you know, it's kind of like the lake where if you're on another boat, people wave at you no matter what. If you guys have ever been on a lake, when you're on a boat, people will wave at you no matter what. Like when you go by, it's kind of like that in a biker sense. Whenever a biker passes you, that you will probably get a wave by them. If not, if you wave first, they will probably wave back. Other thing is, you will probably meet a lot of people. Like if you go to car meets and such, there's probably gonna be some bikers there. You know, if you start talking to them, it's probably a guarantee that you're gonna become friends. Because you don't want to ride by yourself all the time, you know, that's just boring. I mean, I like riding by myself, but sometimes it is fun to be in a group. But yeah, you can expect people to ask you to join their groups, join their club, join their biker gangs, join the 1%er, Hells Angels bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's kind of like that. You make a lot of friends. It's pretty cool. Plus, like if you have a YouTube channel, kind of like I do, people start recognizing you out on the street, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go visit my buddy. Hold up, guys. We'll continue this here in a minute. All right, what is it?
John MK7 GTI.
Better give him a follow.
So
this is my friend John in front of me. He has a YouTube channel. Okay, so back to what I was saying. When you're riding around on a motorcycle, you meet a lot of people, you know, you make a lot of friends, which is pretty cool. Kind of like the car scene where if you have a car, it's just like when me and John met. I had my Supra and he had I think it was an 07 Civic Si, but I was just chilling at Walmart, which is where everybody hangs out up here. And I had my Supra and he just came up to me and I think he asked me if I wanted to race. That's how we met, and it was like back in 07. The car's a sleeper, man. You guys wouldn't expect a car like that to be that fast, but it fucking is. See, it's fun playing around with friends like that. Kind of like if I was by myself today. You know, it wouldn't be as fun as having a friend around just to mess around with, even though they're in a car. You can even meet people in cars or bikes. So another thing you can expect within the first year of riding is to want to move up in power. I started on a 600, okay? I rode for 2 months maybe. I can hear that turbo spooling from back behind me. It's like it's about to eat me. You can expect to want to move up in power. Like I was saying before, start out, say, on a smaller bike. If you haven't been riding at all yet, you want to start out on a small bike. You don't want to buy a 1000. That's the reason why I got this 1000 so cheap, is because the guy made a mistake. It was his first bike, and he bought a 1000. Therefore, that's why he wrecked it, because it was too much power for him. So that being said, you're going to want to move up in power. At least I did. A lot of people don't. But say you start out on a 600, maybe you want to move up to a 750, like a Gixxer or something, or something else, a little bit more power. I would recommend not going from a 600 to a 1000, because it is a lot of power to take in. But if you can manage it, like I can, if you've been around a lot of fast stuff your whole entire life, then I'd say go for it if you feel comfortable enough to do it. And the scariest part is getting used to a 1000. Like, not being afraid of it is what will hurt you on them. Turning off? Alright, dude. Later. Anyways, a 600 is not gonna be enough after a year. At least it wasn't for me. I changed my bike after 2 months of riding. Or maybe it was 3 months. I got tired of a 600, I wanted a 1000. Fourth thing you can expect after a year of riding: laying down your bike, wrecking, high siding or low siding. Sucks, but it's gonna happen, and you better be prepared for it because it will happen. It's not if it happens, it's a matter of when. I would always recommend wearing gear. If you're not wearing a jacket, a padded jacket, always wear gloves and a helmet. When you go down, and it's gonna happen, your hands are what's gonna be the first thing you're gonna put out there to brace yourself with. It's gonna be a subconscious reaction to put your hands out there and brace yourself. And if you don't have gloves, you can't protect your hand. You can't protect the first thing that's gonna wanna go down if you're in that position where your hands are gonna be the first thing to go down. Another thing, which is more important than gloves, is a helmet. You always have to wear a helmet. You go down and you're not wearing a helmet, guess what's gonna happen? You're either gonna be brain dead or you're gonna be dead. Wear gear. Even if you buy cheap gear, better than nothing. Wear jeans. Do not ever wear shorts. Okay, the last thing you're gonna expect after a year of riding, wanting to do stunts like wheeling, stoppies, high chairs. No, I'm just kidding. If you could do a high chair wheelie after just 1 year of riding, I will be impressed. If you guys like Love's food, go to Fried Rice right here. That is like one of the best places in Fort Smith to eat. I kid you not. It is fucking amazing. I've been riding for, might be a little bit over a year, but I've been learning wheelies. I haven't been learning stoppies. Those freak me out. So I'm really kind of getting used to the bike first before I try any of that stuff. If you're like a decent stunner after a year, you're doing pretty good. You can tell that you're feeling comfortable with your bike. You know your skill set. Don't try to wheelie or do any kind of stunts that you think are out of your skill set. You're just gonna end up hurting yourself. I recommend just being as careful as possible. Another thing I would recommend is not riding out of your skill set. If you're in a group, you're gonna wanna show off. People are gonna wanna show off. Don't fall for it. Don't ride out of your skill set. It's stupid. What's up, man? What kind of bike is that? It's a Yamaha, but what is it? You guys will probably know. You know what bike I really, really like? Do it with Dan's Honda Magna, dude. That thing is fucking badass. So, insurance on my last bike, my last R1, which is a 2006, was $72 every 6 months, so $144 a year. This bike is $260, and I have to pay that for 3 months straight. So I have to pay $780 a year for this bike. That's not too bad, I guess. I asked the lady, I was like, why is it so expensive? I'm used to cheap shit. And she said, I was like, is it because of the bike is so new? And she's like, yeah, that's why it's so expensive, you know, because, you know, parts aren't cheap for it right now. As bikes get older, parts get cheaper. So therefore, insurance goes down on them. But insurance is going to be a little bit more expensive. Let's fuck!